More than a year after the death of 19-year-old Sade Robinson, the man accused of her murder, Maxwell Anderson, will stand trial this week in Milwaukee County and the city of Milwaukee. Robinson, a criminal justice student at Milwaukee Area Technical College, vanished April 2024 after going on a first date. One day later, her partially burned car was discovered on the city's north side. Shortly after, her leg washed ashore at Warnemont Park, and in the weeks to follow, additional remains were found as far away as Waukegan, Illinois. Some are still missing. That's fucked up to think that her head is still missing. More than likely, right? That's crazy as hell to me, dude. This punk-ass dude, man, like... Man... So, there are questions, like where are the rest of her body parts, says Shandy LaShore, founder of Sade's Voice, a foundation created in Robinson's honor. Her mother is still missing her head. Yep, just what we said. It's crazy to even have that thought, you know what I'm saying? LaShore was among the first to search for Robinson last April and has remained a central figure in efforts to keep her memory alive. She is now serving on the board of Sade's Voice, a nonprofit supporting missing persons and victims of crime. Quote, I couldn't sit by and not do anything when I could, she said. I have kids her age. This has become personal. Robinson worked at Pizza Shuttle and was nearing graduation when her life was cut short. She was known as a dependable friend, a loving sister, and someone committed to bettering her community. Quote, she was innocent in every sense, said LaShore. She embodied excellence, her jobs, her education, had her own place. So I was saying, she lived in our apartment building. She lived on the 3rd floor. We lived on the 5th. Yeah. Like I was telling you, I remember that morning when I was leaving out, I was going to work. Because we had been, hearing on the news and stuff and hearing about, missing girl last seen on Commerce Street and all that. And we're just, you're just kind of paying attention a little bit like, we live on Commerce Street. And then you start wondering, like, I wonder if she lived in our building and all that. You know what I mean? And come to find out she did. But I remember that I was heading out for work. It was early in the morning. It couldn't even have been. It was probably 5-something in the morning maybe. And I saw police cars in our parking lot. And I was just like, I wonder if that has something to do with her. And it did. And then it was another time we saw, Michelle and I were coming home. I don't know where we were coming from. But we saw the police, like, getting out of one of the vehicles. Like, they were parked in front. And it looked like they were, about to go in the building. They had, like, them little kits and stuff like that. They were probably about to go up in her apartment and, like, test stuff or whatever. So, yeah. Says she, had her own place, was a great big sister. She would do anything for anybody. Prosecutors say Anderson killed and dismembered Robinson after their date. And that's another thing on a side note, like, Michelle and I, we don't think that was their first date. Don't think that was their first date. Because word around town is, and we were told that his, either fingerprints or palm prints or whatever were found in this building, in our apartment building. So he's been in this building before. That wasn't, I don't think that was the only time he's been in this building. And I don't believe that was their first date. Maybe out in public, but I believe in my mind, I believe that dude's been in this building before more than once. That's what I think. And I don't know why they never, and maybe they did, but I never saw it. It didn't seem like it ever happened. Because, the river is right outside our window. I'm wondering why they never checked the river. Like in this location, in this area where she stayed at. You know what I'm saying? Quote, this has been a roller coaster of emotions, LaShore said. We're all focused on getting justice for Sade with this trial, but really no justice at a court of law can give will ever equal what was taken. Give him life, and it still won't equal the damage he caused. So, yeah, this is a mess, but Hopefully this piece of shit gets convicted, this Maxwell Anderson piece of shit. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. But yeah, so we're going to be paying attention to that trial. And hopefully her family can find some peace, you know what I'm saying? And get this trial over with, and hopefully they send dude to prison forever. But I think he's got some more bodies, because they found blood in his house on the walls and stuff, and it's not Sade's. Her blood has been excluded. So, you know, obviously, you know, probably a lot more is going to come out and all that. Because that's the thing with trials and all that stuff. Like, we don't always get all the information out in the public. We're probably only getting about 70% of what's going on. There's always more, you know what I mean? So, all right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I just got a short day at work, so I'm going to go take care of that. And this will be a little shorter episode probably, you know what I mean? So I'm going to get out of here, enjoy the music, the clips, and the content. All right, y'all. But this will be a little shorter episode. And let's get to it. Peace and blessings and good morning, y'all. It's back to work day. It's Tuesday. Yep. The long weekend is over, y'all. It's time to get out here and make the donuts. Yeah. It's Tuesday, May 27th. These days are all going together so fast, I'll be forgetting what date it actually is. All right, y'all, I'm just headed out to work for a few hours, and then gonna get back home and get to watching this trial. Today's Sade Robinson trial. All right, y'all. Enjoy the music, the clips, and the content. And go do something good for somebody today if you would.
Yellow. No, this is Larry. Yeah, sure. He seems to be tied up at the moment. Yeah, I'll see if I can reach him. Who's that? Who's that? It's Linda. What? Say again? What is that? Linda. We didn't cut that out. Who's on the phone? It's Linda. Wants to know what time you're picking her up tonight. Oh, God, I forgot. I forgot we had a date. Tonight? What am I going to do? Let me handle it. Well, what about... Hey, Linda. Bad news. Jack has a terrible cold. What, came out of nowhere? Yeah, I let you talk to him, but he just doesn't have the strength. Terrible cold? I can't lie to Linda like that.
Williams fakes, pulls up, elbow jumper, that's good. He played the whole fourth quarter in the blowout. He scored a bunch of points. He also had that really strong game one. Alexander Walker answers back. And Minnesota's 5 for 10 from 3 now. They were 20 of 40 from three-point range in game 3. Both teams shooting lights out to start.
Yeah. First you find a spot, OT, then you lock it down. Bring your team in, take over, supply the town. Bitch thinks she run my life, told me to slow it down. It's my prerogative, I'm out here selling Bobby Brown. Snubbed up,
Later,
this
y'all.
motherfucking 40 ground. Jug so much white that the plug like Shorty Howe. Chef it with the left, walk the white whipping meth. Junkie saying, you a legend with the ice like Gordie Howe. Cash out they 28, I front you is 40,000. Jada help powder your face like L'Oreal. You're feeling like a poem, not Nori Pal, more like Al St. Valentine, gory style. I outfit my dope houses with ounces. Niggas hiking up these cold mountains and slouches, then reach the summit. Too much cut, they might vomit. And watch out for them crackers, they tapping telephonics. Fiends in the trap on Sega playing Sonic. If niggas got the bomb, kiss dropping in atomic. You better bring Batman if you thinking about Robin. My shooter named R. Kelly, he popping out the closet. These kids need Oscars, they act.
I said, like, society really promotes, like, that it's okay to be a functioning alcoholic mother. Because, like, every time you see, like, two moms, they're like, oh, do you have the wine? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. When they get together, it's like,
yeah.
You bring the wine?
Yeah. Or like, oh, it's wine time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just totally okay. But you know what? I just read this article that being a mom is like having 2.5 full-time jobs. Like between the housework and the momming.
For sure.
And the organizing.
For sure.
And then add in if you have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're
very stressful.
Michelle's about to shampoo the carpet.
And the couches.
And the couches, and I'm washing
Chairs.
clothes. I'm washing clothes. I'm going to make some eggs. She's shampooing the carpet. So we're just spring cleaning, I guess. Well, summer, pre-summer cleaning. When is official summer? It's like late June or something?
June 20th or something like
June
that.
20th.
But, yeah.
What are you sipping on, baby?
This is Noble Vines. It's a Chardonnay. And it is delicious. I was telling you I normally don't like Chardonnay because it can be on the dry side and gives me a little bit of heartburn. But this is delish. It's a mid-priced wine. I would say it could be an everyday wine. And it could be served with other people. You know how, well, you don't, but like I have my box wine. I would never serve that to somebody as a guest.
Oh, my goodness. They'd be like,
that'd be embarrassing unless I was making a sangria.
Mm-hmm.
That would be okay, but I would never, ever serve. Maybe if it was Boda Box, that's more upscale box wine.
That's bougie box wine?
That's bougie box wine.
But you drink a box wine just because you just choose to. It ain't because it's like you have to. Because you ain't got the money.
Right. That's just like, the everyday, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like to treat myself every once in a while and get something nice.
No doubt.
Oh.
Cleaning supplies.
Yeah, just making my little concoction.
For the carpet.
A drop of Tide, just a drop.
Yep.
You don't want it sudsy.
That's the secret sauce, y'all.
And then some lemon essential oil, which I read cats and dogs do not like that smell, and it's supposed to prevent them from going to the bathroom on the human furniture.
Yep. And I'm going to get the eggs going, too, for now. I'm just going to make them.
I do not want any.
You want me to make some because you might want in the morning? Like after you've gotten up and stuff like that, because you like an egg sandwich.
No, I'll do a fresh egg, like an egg yolk.
Okay. All right, y'all, I'm going to make an egg sandwich. Fried egg sandwich on toasted toast.
Well, it would be good, but you probably wouldn't like it maybe. Is if you smeared cream cheese on the toast instead of cheese.
On an egg sandwich?
Yeah.
No,
but
thank
you're not.
you.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that, too. So because we've been hearing, like, how the Seattle dogs are real good, and we didn't know what they were, what it consisted of. So we looked it up. So I guess the secret, like, ingredient, or, like, the thing that makes it so good is cream cheese. That don't sound like that would taste good to me.
Have you ever had cream cheese on a burger?
No.
Oh, like herbed cream cheese. Fire.
Okay.
Game change on a crispy bun.
Oh, it would have to be toasted, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
so...
had one at Silver Spring House. It was called the Alouette Burger.
The Alouette Burger?
Yeah, and it was the Alouette cheese, like that herbed cheese spread, a tomato, and the burger. Oh, so good.
Okay. Check my toast. Oh yeah, eggs. Game's about to come on. OKC, Minnesota. Okay, your eggs are done. Your toast is done. Stove off. Bread up. Got clothes in the laundry too. Killing it, y'all. Shampooing the carpet. Paid our respects to Sade Robinson tomorrow. Yeah, that trial starts Tuesday. Yep. So we're going to be tuned into that. And I'm going to empty this dishwasher. Yeah. I got the clothes in the dryer. Now I'm gonna make a little cup of coffee and then go sit down for a minute and watch the game. And then go get the clothes in 1 hour. Let's see. Yeah. Just a little quarter cup. Summer sounds, y'all.
Got a piece of it, and SGA comes the other way. Drives, kicks it out right side. Jalen Williams nails the first shot of the defender.
And that's what they do, Mike. That's that block. Now, I love to see which team is going to be.
Lately, I got it off the meter. Hot and heat and seats of Porsches and Beamers. They talking, but it's deeper than courts and subpoenas. I'm instantly cleaning. Fantasize of popping quotes to the painter. The split cigars at the stars in Argentina. I've been acclimated since back when Beefus was activated. Think it's imperative, I'm paraphrasing. Beef and consistency. Had a loyal team that assisted me. Pitching was making suspicious chips out in efficiency. Swear I'm a pick away from throwing all this shit away. Everybody say they didn't shoot until bullets ricochet. The shot ripped through his body, did him the Ricky way. They furious about dope boy. You already know, boy, be flipping backs. Where niggas be chewing triple stacks. What is it really if it isn't that? Shit, you can play vet. Made 20,000 and I ain't played since. And still be late with Section 8 rent. What's the distress signal? When this nigga's ready, distress pistols. And you got it tough, nigga, testicles. Listen, it's insane. You was making friends when the ends came. I said change when I caught it, glinted at this thing. You can keep the Jeep with the Benz range. It's time to switch lanes. I'm just plotting the end game.
These people speak to me too halfway in between. These people speak to me too halfway in between. Trying to survive the
Like calisthenics, he got a lot of sex. You shout out of breath, right with a lot of steps. Rather give you some game, homie, to get a lot of checks. Cause if you mobbing, my nigga, you know you gotta rep. Can't rap, bitch ass nigga, get you a tampax. Send them a letter, envelope filled up with anthrax. I'm telling the homies they gotta grind. I'm telling the homies they gotta shine. Take up your time, figure out what's on your mind. If hindsight is foresight, why do you need a line? Yeah. And what is your end game? A couple niggas who some got him a pin game. Still end up in the pen, yeah, fucking be insane. Dior buckets up in the Porsche, thin chain. Nice sweatsuit, my niggas, some thin frames. All my niggas winning, of course, it's my end game. Ghost, boss. Ray Sosa, Ghost. Oh, yeah, you know what it is. Pay attention.
These people speak to me too halfway in between. These people speak to me too halfway in between.
Gil Scott-Heron, y'all. This is off the Black Wax movie. If y'all want to check that on the YouTube, it's about an hour-and-a-half documentary. Play about 2 minutes of this.
That we talked about moving to town because they see, like when I was growing up, they used to have this old joke says, "What has 4 eyes and will never see?" And the answer was always Mississippi. But most folks thought that Mississippi was the home of the blues. And when I was being raised down there, the people that we listened to on the radio, like the folks we listen to popular people now, were the bluesicians. John Lee Hooker, Earl Hooker, Jimmy Reed, Jimmy Witherspoon, Lightning Hopkins, B.B. King. These were the people everybody kept up with, and the blues.
So I just pause it real quick. So for those of you who don't know who Gil Scott-Heron is, he's a musician, jazz, kind of blues, and he talks, political stuff too. You know what I mean? He's out of Washington, D.C. and stuff like that. He wasn't affiliated with either party, but he's basically more left-leaning, though. Just what he talks about, societal stuff, community issues, and stuff like that. So he's more left-leaning. All right, y'all. Get back to this. If you're not interested, fast forward about 2 minutes.
This was
Hi, baby. You want some cigarette?
When I was 13,
just playing a little
I
Gil
moved
Scott
to New York City, and I walked around for about 6 months like, nice. I couldn't leave New York City, but they were zipping everywhere to wear simultaneously. Somebody told me the other night, if you gave people from New York some speed, they would all go into a nod. Couldn't make it. Too low key for them.
Game just started.
I still feel the same way. I just learned to keep my mouth closed. They still be amazing the hell out of me. But when you move somewhere, the first thing that you try to do is get in touch with the music, find out where the music is you're going to be grooving on. So I set the radio up, turned all the way down to the right, over there where they keep the black people's music.
Damn.
That's just a coincidence. Everywhere you go, we be over in this corner here.
You know what it is. Pay attention. These evil streets will meet you halfway in what you need. From this street, cousin, you know the drill. These evil streets will meet you halfway in what you need. I'm trying to survive the fever. From this street, from this street, cousin, you know the drill. You know the drill.
brightness on the TV. That is, huh? We're going to bed at Three's Company tonight. Season 3, Episode 1. Mr. Roper's fixing their sink.
Hi, Jack. What do you say we, You're not Jack.
I'm grateful for small favors. There's nobody here.
Oh, well, I'll wait.
Larry, I got things to do.
Yeah, don't let me bother you. Just finish taking your shower.